Welcome. This is your girl, Coach Tanya. This is the Trauma Recovery Room's Struggle Strategy Academy, and where you overcome emotional struggles. So, this particular video, I'm going to be talking about the techniques that I'll be using during this particular program that I put together for you. So, there are three different techniques. The first one that I'll be talking about is shadow work. We're going to talk about what shadow work is, how it helps you, and we're going to briefly just wiggle through it. Then we're going to talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, what I call or what's known as CBT. So you'll see that in some of my writings, or you'll hear me say CBT, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we'll talk about cognitive behavioral therapy as well, and inner child healing. So inner child healing, shadow work, and cognitive behavioral therapy. So, what is shadow work? And I'm just going to briefly go through these. This will be a quick video just to give you a bit of understanding of what it is that we'll be doing, so you won't be completely lost when I say shadow work or inner child healing or CBT. So, shadow work is you digging into the deepest, darkest parts of your life, those parts that you tend to keep behind or forget about or don't want to address. Shadow work is the opportunity to have a light shined on those dark parts. And you shine that light by opening up the spirit and owning up to your truths and acknowledging what happened to you, acknowledging what you've done, and accepting it. And through that process is where the cognitive behavioral therapy comes in. Now, this is where once we get to those darkest parts, we shine that light on by providing truths. So we retrain the thoughts. And in cognitive behavioral therapy, that's pretty much what we do. We retrain your thoughts so that you can set goals to achieve and have a systematic plan to reach them. So we do that through questions and activities and understanding and embracing the present moment. So the cognitive behavioral therapy is the light being shined on those dark places. Then we go to the inner child healing. Now, this is where you are taken back to your hurtful origins and you're revealing your source of pain. It could have been in a child. Typically, it's in your childhood that we experience most of our trauma that sets our unconscious mind loose and locked up and holding on to these beliefs. But sometimes it could happen. Everything's not in a child, but sometimes it could happen later on in life. But the inner child healing basically takes you back to that place where your sore spot is. And you do that by going into a meditative state and tapping into your soul and calming yourself and finding that peaceful place so that you can find the answers that you need. So through shadow work, CBT, and inner child healing, you're able to pinpoint the origin of your pain, shine a light on the darkest parts of your life, and retrain your thoughts so that you can have a new system of belief about yourself, about life, and about things in general, those things that you face. Therefore, empowering you to release the chokehold or the struggle that you are producing yourself through your disobedience or disregard to whatever it is that the forces of nature and God's will is directing you to. So, again, learning what struggle is and where it comes from and what it represents, it is definitely you having this fear that God is not with you. You're not trusting God. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting the universe to provide for you. And cognitive behavioral therapy gets down to those places to where you developed those thoughts. And again, thoughts are energy, and our thoughts create our reality. So when we can retrain those thoughts, we can retrain the energy that we put out into the universe, therefore retraining the energy that is given back to us. And if you want to overcome your struggle, then you definitely have to own up to your truth, accept what is, accept your reality, and come up with a solution to get through this, because this is definitely not your destiny. This is not your dead end. And even if it is a dead end before you, there's a detour. And learning how to peel back the layers of the darkest parts of yourself and retraining your thoughts and stepping into that place where your hurt originated from, you can definitely reshape and remode how you move and how you feel and how you think. So these are the techniques that I use throughout all of my programs and throughout my coaching period, because they worked for me. And as a student of psychology, having a degree in behavioral science, I definitely understood in college, getting my degree, that it works. And you just have to apply whatever it is that is being asked before you. So in the shadow work, you're being asked to open up your darkest parts and be real with yourself. So there'll be questions, and shadow work is definitely questions. So when you get your worksheets, you'll see that there may be a lot of questions, but they serve a purpose. And you are required to answer them and to take the time to think through your answers. And some of them you just quickly answer because you want the most correct and most godlike answer that comes to your spirit to be written down so that you can see it. And revealing those darkest parts by shining that light through the cognitive behavioral therapy and the questions and the activities that you'll do, because there's a lot of hands-on activities that we'll be doing, not just writing, but there'll definitely be things that you can manipulate with your hands so that you can begin to manipulate your mind differently. And then again, that inner child healing, where you go back to that place of pain, that's where you're able to rewrite that story and recreate the life and the thought and the vision and the imagination and the feelings and the emotions and the behaviors of what it is that you're truly desiring to have. So that's all I have for you today, or for this video. I will catch you guys on the next video. But I definitely want to say that if you are uh, not understanding any of this, then definitely reach out to me, comment in your classroom, or send me an email and let me know. My email is Coach Tanya. That's Tanya with an O, not an A. So Coach Tanya, the year 2020. So Coach Tanya 2020 at gmail.com. So if you're struggling with understanding any of this or any of the things that you've heard so far, then definitely reach out to me so that you can catch up and I can break things down for you so that you can get on the right path and that you can understand these techniques, especially because when it comes time to your in your second week, your inner child healing session that you'll be getting, you'll definitely need to have a little bit of background of what we're going to do so that you can be more calm and more relaxed during the situation. So again, the shadow work is definitely going to bring up parts of you that you may not want to talk about, but if you want to overcome your struggle, then you're going to have to talk about it. The CBT is going to ask questions as well and give you the hands-on manipulation so that you can begin to retrain your thoughts and your mind. And the inner child healing is going to give you a piece about a situation that you once struggled through before that's blocking you from progressing now. So that's all I have for this video. Again, I will catch you on the next one.